See, the reason we got to talk about failure is because people don't deal with it properly. It overwhelms them. It discourages them. They personalize it. They think it's permanent. They fear it. Most of us do not handle failure well. We're not good at dealing with failure in our life. Failure derails us. When we fail, we get discouraged. When we fail, we want to give up. We want to throw in the towel. We become overwhelmed. We become depressed. Anybody out there today? Maybe you're perfect at failure. Maybe you nail it. Maybe failure is a motivator. Maybe for you, failure is a catalyst. Maybe for failure for you is fuel for the fire. Okay, that's fine. Great. This message will help a little. But I guarantee you're in the minority if you deal with failure that way. Here's what I can tell you if you're one of those few people. You've got 2, 3, 4, 7, 15 people around you that are not dealing with failure well. And you're going to hear some things today that you're going to be able to take with you, and you're going to be able to share it with a son, a daughter, a brother, a niece, a nephew, a coworker, a boss who is absolutely being taken out by failure. Derailed, demotivated, they want to throw in the towel, they feel horrible about themselves, and they feel worthless. You're going to hear some things today you're going to be able to share with them and really be a blessing. Now, if you don't deal with failure well today, you're going to hear some things that are going to really encourage you. How do people handle failure? Well, one of the terrible ways they handle it is they personalize it. They take it personal. They fail, whether it's, they declare bankruptcy, they get divorced, they, fail as a parent, whatever it is, the failure, and they take it personally, and they think to themselves, I am a failure. They forget that failure is not a person, it's an event. They internalize it when they should be externalizing failure. Successful people never internalize failure. They always keep it outside of them. That's something that happened, it's out there. It's not me, it's not who I am, it's not my identity. But a lot of people struggle with that. They personalize it and they think that they are a failure. And then they have feelings of worthlessness. They get down on themselves. They don't think they're worth much. How else do people deal with failure in a negative way? They think that it's final. They think that it's permanent. They think failure is like, this is it. It's never going to be any different. I'm never going to be a success. I am a failure. I'll always be a failure. That's soul crushing. Takes the joy out of life, takes the zest out of life when we deal with failure that way. Another negative way people deal with failure is they fear it. They fear failure. There's like the stigma out there that you shouldn't fail. And I don't know where it comes from. I don't know why it's out there, but we compare ourselves to other people who are our age, who are ahead of us, and we try to hide our failures. We don't want to fail. I don't know what the cause of this is. Maybe it's the school system that creates it. Maybe it's the parenting that we do that creates it. I don't know. But people fear failure. They do not want to fail. And because of that, many people aren't really living. They don't apply for the job, or they might get rejected. They don't ask the girl out, she might say no. They don't try to start the business, what if it fails? And so what do? They play it safe and they do not live. They take zero risk because if I take a risk, then I might fail, and then people might see me as a failure, and I can't have that. So I'll just do nothing, because if I don't try, then at least people can't think, or they won't say that I'm a failure. Talk about having the life sucked out of you. See, the reason we got to talk about failure is because people don't deal with it properly. It overwhelms them, it discourages them, they personalize it, they think it's permanent, they fear it. John